Good day, class. Today we begin our examination of the primary reactive sites in biological system, which is the functional groups of organic compounds. So while the hydrocarbon's backbone establishes the basic three-dimensional framework of organic molecules, it is largely unreactive on its own. So the specific chemical behavior of a biomolecule, so how it dissolves in aqueous media or solutions, how it folds into its functional tertiary configuration, and how it participates sa enzymatic catalysis natin. Yun yung nag-speed up for chemical reactions. Is dictated almost entirely by the functional groups attached to the carbon skeleton. Whether we are discussing simple alkanes, alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, esters, or nitrogen-containing species like amines and amides. So each group imparts distinct electronic, steric, and polar characteristics to the parent compound. So over the course of this lecture, we will analyze the systematic nomenclature, structural classification, and physical properties of functional groups. So next we have the objectives. So first, identify and classify functional groups. We have major organic functional groups just like haloalkanes, alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, ethers, esters, amines, and amides, and classify their structural subtypes and their uses also. Next, relate structure to properties and uses. So, explain how functional groups govern physical and chemical properties and describe their industrial, biological, and daily applications. Last one, apply IUPAC nomenclature or the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry in naming rules to accurately name organic compounds to across different functional group classes. So in here we have the halogenated hydrocarbons. So functional group, again, one or more hydrogen is replaced by a halogen. So tinatawag din itong um, swap atoms. So dito naman may isa o higit pang hydrogen na pinalitan ng isang halogen na kung saan ang halogen ay isa po itong mga elements tulad ng fluorine, chlorine, bromine, at iodine. So halimbawa nito, paano natin or how to name this one. So gumagamit lang tayo ng prefix. Halimbawa sa chlorine we have chloro. Sa fluoro naman or sa fluorine naman we have fluoro, and sa bromine we have bromo, and sa iodine naman is iodo. So kung titingnan natin sa halimbawa nito, we have here an example of trichloromethane. So bakit nga ba sinabing trichloromethane? So yung chlorine dyan ay dating mga hydrogen na kung saan pinalitan ng isang halogen which is now yung chlorine na ninyo or yung prefix na chloro. Kaya siya tinawag na trichloromethane. Meron tayong tatlong chloro dyan. 1, 2, 3. And then, yung prefix naman ng isang carbon dyan is meth. And we have here single bond. We have yan. It represents the single bond. And then dito we have tetrachloromethane. So dito naman we have 4. Tetra means 4 chloro that are present here in the formula. So we have here again isang carbon. It represents the meth. And ane, it represents single bond or yung sinasabi nating alkane. So dito yung tetrachloromethane was used as a cleaner. And they are found to be a carcinogen. When we say carcinogen, sila po yung cause ng cancer. Next, we have the chlorofluorocarbons o yung CFC natin. Kung titignan po natin, meron po tayong 3 chlorine and isang fluorine or fluoro. So, dito naman yung CFCs. So, meron ding CFCs na sikat dahil dito, ito yung nakakasira sa ozone layer po natin. So, that's the example of halogenated hydrocarbons. Again, yung halogenated hydrocarbons po is napapalitan ng mga halogens, which is yung mga chloro and fluoro. And another example, we have bromo and iodo. Next, we have another example of halogenated hydrocarbons. So, we have here image 2. So, makikita ninyo kung paano nag-edit ng molecules ang mga scientists mula sa natural ethylene. So, we have here an example of natural ethylene. So, bakit nga ba sinabing ethylene? Kasi nga, kung sa representation ng isang carbon is meth, dito naman sa dalawang carbon na present dito is F. Pag dalawang carbons yung present dito, we have F. And we have adding of YL and then double bond siya, we have in. So, yung pangalan niya is ethylene. So, mula sa natural na ethylene at ethane, so pinapalitan ng hydrogen ng chlorine o bromine para maging tetrachloroethylene o 1,2,dibromoethane. So, isang swap lang, iba-iba na ang gamit ng isang chemical. So, kung mapapansin natin dyan sa picture, again, yung natural natin is meron tayong hydrogen na surrounded dito sa carbon natin. Unlike dito naman sa synthetic, so makikita na natin na napalitan yung hydrogen ng different halogens, which is yung chlorine. And dito naman sa baba, meron tayong bromine. So, yun yung concept ng topic natin ngayon. So, next, dito naman, we have the alcohols. So, alcohols is a compound that has an OH or makikita natin sa structural formula niya o sa mismong structure na is meron tayong makikitang OH. So, yung meaning po ng OH is belong sa hydroxyl group. So, they are bonded to a saturated alkane-like carbon atom. So, yan yung structures po ng alcohol. So, the functional group of an alcohol is an OH or hydroxyl group bonded to a tetrahedral carbon atom. So, we have here an example of methanol or the Lewis structure na kung saan meron tayong makikitang OH dyan which represents yung alcohol po natin or belong siya sa hydroxyl group. Again, kapag isang carbon na present dito, we have met and then add OL to the name of this one. So, ang name nitong structure na to is methanol. So, ito naman yung ball and stick model ng representation nito. So, I have here the ball and then yung stick ng structure nito. So, makikita rin natin dito ng alcohol ay basta may OH group na nakakabit sa isang carbon atom. So, ang tawag dito, we have the diol at triol. Kapag dalawa yung OH dito, pag meron tayong dalawang nakita dito na OH naman, so ang tawag natin dito is diol. Kapag tatlo naman na OH, yung makikita natin dito sa carbon na naka-attach or imagine lang natin, or imagination, we have triol naman yung tawag sa kanya or tinatawag nating glycerin. Next. So we have here the alcohols. So in the IUPAC system, it is a compound containing 2 hydroxyl groups as diol, so one containing 3 hydroxyl groups as triol, and so on. So in IUPAC names, for diols, triols, and so on, so the final E in the name of the parent alkane is retained. So we have here, hindi lahat ng alcohol ay pare-pareho. So may tinatawag tayong primary, secondary, or tertiary, base sa dami ng alkyl groups na katabi ng carbon na may OH. So, bakit ito mahalaga? So, they are very versatile. So, ginagamit sila sa mga beverages, antifreeze, or antiseptics. So, magaling silang solvent o pangtunaw sa mga different substances. Dahil kaya nilang tunawin ang polar at non-polar substances. So, gaya na lang ng pagtunaw ng alcohol sa oil po natin. So, we have here an example. So, we have 1,2-ethane diol or tinatawag natin ethylene glycol. So, as we can see here, kaya siya sinabing 1,2-ethane diol is kasi nga sa number 1 carbon atom may naka-attach na OH or hydroxyl groups. And then next, we have here sa number 2 carbon, meron na namang naka-attach na OH. So, ang tawag nito is 1,2-ethane kasi nga dalawang carbon atoms ang present dito. And then diol, dalawang OH or alkyl groups. So, dito naman is meron tayong nakikitang tatlong OH or alkyl groups. So, ang name naman nito is 1,2,3 propane triol or glycerol or glycerin. So, yan po. Yung name niya. Kasi nga, kapag propane naman po, meron tatlong carbon atoms na present dito sa structures. Kaya siya tinawag na 1,2,3 propane triol. Next, classifications of alcohols. So, they are classified into primary, secondary, or tertiary. So, yung classification is determined by the number of alkyl groups attached to the carbon bonded to the hydroxyl. So, dito, uses of alcohols. So, they can be used as preservatives for specimens in science. So, they are very versatile. Sabi kanina kasi nga nagagamit din ito sa laboratories for preservation of specimens. So they can be used in industry as reagents and solvents because they display an ability to dissolve both polar and non-polar substances. So dito we have the aldehydes and ketone or ketones. So they are belong to a carbonyl family or carbonyl compounds. So they are both carbon to oxygen, which is double bonding siya. Kung makikita nyo dyan, sa ketones, meron siyang double bonding. So dito naman, we have the CHO group. So example nito, we have the formaldehyde and acetaldehyde. Sa ketones naman, example is yung acetone po natin. So, example is yung formaldehyde. So, yung formaldehyde po, or tinatawag nating formalin. Next, yung ketone naman is yung pinaka-common example nito is yung acetone or yung panglinis po ng ating mga kuko. So, we have here the properties. So, they are polar compounds. So, their important property is yung pagiging polar. So, dahil sa carbonyl group, so mas malakas humila ng electrons ang oxygen kaysa sa carbon. So, it results na ang pagkakaroon ng partial negative charge sa oxygen at partial positive naman sa carbon. So, dahil dito, mas mataas ang kanilang boiling point kumpara sa mga regular na hydrocarbons, pero mas mababa naman kumpara sa mga alcohols na may hydrogen bonding. Next, they are good solvents or mahusay silang tumunaw ng different substances. So, tinatawag silang good solvents dahil sa kanilang polarity. So, kayang tunawin ng mga aldehydes ang ketones, ang maraming uri ng mga organic compounds. So, gaya na lamang ng acetone or isang example ng ketones ay ang pinakasikat na halimbawa nito. So, ginagamit itong panlinis dahil kaya nitong tunawin pati ang mga plastics at paints. Next, we have the oxidation and reduction. So, sa usaping chemical reactions naman, aktibo ang mga ito sa oxidation and reduction. So, oxidation means, ang mga aldehydes ay madaling mag-oxidize para maging carboxylic acids. Ang mga ketones naman ay mahirap ma-oxidize dahil ang kanilang carbonyl group ay nasa gitna ng chain. Next, sa reductions naman tayo. So, kapag dumaan sa reduction ang mga aldehydes, nagiging primary alcohol sila. Ang mga ketones naman ay nagiging secondary alcohols. Next, addendum, we have yung kanilang amoy at itsura. So, maraming mga aldehydes ang may mga matatapang at kung minsan ay may mga mabangong amoy, tulad ng mga vanilla or cinnamon. So, habang ang mga ketones naman ay madalas gamitin sa mga pabango at mga flavorings. So, ang mga simpleng aldehydes at ketones ay karaniwang likido at room temperature. So dito, aldehydes and ketones as carbonyl groups. So they contain a carbon-oxygen double bond. So they are simple in the sense that they don't have other reactive groups like OH or Cl attached directly to the carbon atom in the carbonyl group. So as you might find, for example, in the carboxylic acids containing yung COOH bond. So example natin sa aldehydes. So in aldehydes, the carbonyl group has a hydrogen atom attached it together with either a second hydrogen atom, a hydrocarbon group which might be an alkyl group, or one containing a benzene ring. So dito we have here an example of we have methanol kasi nga meron siyang isang percent na carbon dito kaya siya tinawag na methanol. Next, so dito naman mag-add tayo ng Al sa dulo ng kanyang pangalan. So we have methanol. Dito naman we have CH3 to COH. So we have eth, dalawang C dito. So we have eth and add Al. And then next dito naman, so 1, 2, 3 carbons, we have prop. And dito naman, we have Al or add Al. So ang pangalan na nito is propanol. So dito naman, we have 2-methylbutanide. So sa carbon 2, we have here methyl or yung tinatawag nating CH3. So 2-methyl kasi nga meron din tayong 4 na carbon dito. So we have butan or butane and then add Al. So yung pangalan niya is 2-methylbutanol. So example of ketones. So in ketones naman, the carbonyl group has 2 hydrocarbon groups attached. Again, these can be either alkyl groups or ones containing benzene rings. So dito naman, we have examples 3. We have propane. So based from the name, add O-N-E. So yung name na nito is propanone. Propanone. Next, we have here 4 dito. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms that is present here sa structure. And add O-N-E. So yung pangalan nito is butanone. Butanone. Next, we have here pentan kasi nga dito we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon dito sa structure natin. And then, dito sa number 3, we have here na naka-attach. So, 1, 2, 3. Yung pangalan niya is pentan 3-one. So next we have ethers. So these ethers are organic compounds in which a single oxygen atom is bonded to two carbon-containing groups. So these groups may be alkyl groups or aryl groups or yung tinatawag nating mga may amoy na ethers or aromatic ethers. So the oxygen atom acts as a bridge. So example, yung oxygen na to acts as a bridge to the two groups or between these two groups. So in here po we have examples. So diethyl ether and anisole. So si diethyl ether po is a simple aliphatic ether. And then si anisole naman is an aromatic ether. So ethers are generally colorless and volatile liquids with a characteristic odor. So dito they have lower boiling points than sa mga alcohols. Similar sa molecular mass because they cannot form hydrogen bonds within themselves. So ethers are slightly polar due to the oxygen atom. So but they are chemically stable and relatively unreactive under normal conditions. So many ethers are flammable and can form peroxides upon prolonged exposure to air. So yung uses, so they are widely used as solvents in organic reactions because yun nga, they can dissolve many organic compounds or substances. So again, we have diethyl ether. So this was historically used as a general anesthetic. So certain ethers are used as fuel additives to improve yung efficiency ng combustion. So ethers also serve as intermediates in the synthesis of pharmaceuticals and other organic chemicals. So ethers are basically two alkyl groups joined to one oxygen. So we have here an example number 1. So may makita tayong CH3 na dalawa which represents 2-methyl. So yung name nito is dimethyl ether. So yung ether dito, we have yung oxygen na sandwich dito sa dalawang methyl natin dito sa example. Next, we have diethyl ether. So ito naman, so yung formula or condensed formula ng ethyl is CH2CH3. So meron tayong makikitang dalawang ethyl dito. So yung first name niya is diethyl and then we have here one oxygen sa pinaka-middle or pinaka-gitna. So yung name na nito is diethyl ether. Next, we have here one ethyl group here and then isang methyl. And then meron na namang oxygen dito sa pinaka-middle na sandwich dito sa dalawang alkyl groups natin. So yung name nito is methyl ethyl ether. So remember the general formula of this one, we have the R-OR. Next we have the esters. So they are derived from carboxylic acids. So a carboxylic acid contains the COOH group and in an ester the hydrogen in this group. So this is replaced by a hydrocarbon group of some kind. So this could be an alkyl group like yung methyl natin or CH3 and then ethyl we have the CH2CH3 or one containing benzene ring like phenyl. So in here we have the formula of our example. So yung name nito is ethyl, represents CH2CH3 and ethanoate. So yung ethane dito, we have two carbon atoms that is present here in the formula. So we name it ethane and then add OH dito sa name natin. So the name is ethyl ethanoate. Next we have the amines. So they are generally basic due to the lone pair of electrons on its nitrogen atom. So you have here the types. So primary, secondary, and tertiary amines. So these amines can form hydrogen bonds, resulting in higher boiling points than hydrocarbons of similar molecular mass. So many low molecular weight amines are water soluble and have a strong fishy odor. So ano po ba yung mga uses nito? So they are used in the manufacture of dyes, especially sa azo dyes. So important components in many pharmaceutical drugs. So they are also serve as raw materials in the productions of um, polymers and resins. Another uses, so they are widely applied in fertilizers, pesticides, and other agricultural chemicals. So amines is derived from ammonia or um, NH3. So when more of the hydrogen atoms is replaced by a hydrocarbon group. So meron tayong makikita sa example natin dito wherein there is a nitrogen atom inserted into this structural formula. So which is basically known as yung functional group po natin. So we have the primary amines. So those that consist of one hydrocarbon group bonded to an amino acid or yung amino group or yung NH2 po natin. So you have the general formula of this one. We have the RNH2. So yung where R po represents the alkyl group in this example or formula. So to name an amine, so identify the alkyl group and add the suffix amine to its name. So as we can see, we have 4 carbon atoms that is present here in the structural formula. So we can say that this is butyl. And add amine into this one kasi nga meron tayong nitrogen atom that is inserted here as a functional group. So we call this one butylamine. Next, we have amides. So amides are organic compounds that contain the amide functional groups, which is CONH2 group. So which consists of a carbonyl group directly bonded to a nitrogen atom. So they are commonly derived from carboxylic acids by replacing the hydroxyl group with an amino acid. So I have here an example of amides. We have the acetamide or CH3CONH2. So these are example of simple aliphatic amide. And then sa benzamide naman, we have C6H5CONH2. So ito naman yung mga aromatic amide. So we have here the properties. So yung properties nila is they are generally stable and less reactive than other carboxylic acid derivatives. So they can form strong hydrogen bonds, leading to high melting and boiling points. So many amides are polar and soluble in water or H2O, especially those with low molecular mass. So dito naman tayo sa mga uses ng mga amides. So they are widely used in the pharmaceutical industry as a component of drugs. So they are important also sa production ng polymers such as yung mga nylon natin and mga proteins or mga peptide bonds. And last, we have they are used as solvents and intermediates in organic synthesis. So the functional group of an amide consists of a carbonyl group and amino group. So carbonyl or can be produced by reacting a carboxylic acid with an ammonia or NH3. So general formula for amides we have here RCON R. So where R and R represents alkyl groups or a hydrogen. So here an example we have 4 carbon is present in here. So we name it butane or butane. And then based from the name you had add amides in its final name. So ang name nito is butanamide.